Good morning. It is October 29th. This is Megan Mitchell here, and I wanted to talk about the selection of the first wave of people to enter Victory with Ash. We know that there's a large number of people who applied. We also know that Ash has expressed that he is going to begin with a small number of people. And I wanted to bring some insights from my experience in education about why I think this is very strategic and why I think it is very intelligent and it is designed for our success. And within that, I want to talk about the power of being chosen, and just as equally important, the power of choosing. In instruction in the classroom, we do a great deal of large group, small group, peer-led instruction, individualized instruction. So when I think about bringing people in waves, or bringing people in different phases, I think of scaffolding like we have in education. We often teach a small group of people, and then we sort of branch out and have them teach other groups. And I'm hoping that it is somewhat like this as we move into Victory with Ash. If you've ever been involved in a group project or something where you had to, I don't want to say pick a team or pick a group, that can be a little bit stressful, because we know that often the strongest performers get picked first, or I should say the most popular people get picked first. But as an instructor, we select people based on strengths, based on different learning styles, things like that. And I'm hoping that as we move into Victory with Ash, that it's something very similar. If you've ever had to be the one who is choosing the team, you know that is a very, very difficult role to be in. We don't want to be put in that role if we're unprepared. So if you are someone who is chosen in the beginning to move into the first phase, then congratulations, that is an incredible role to be in. But equally as important is anyone who is able to choose what leader they get to join. This is an incredible position to be put in, because hopefully you're going to look for people that are in alignment with your goals and your sort of moral characteristics, the things that you look for in a person. And there's a lot of different things that we could look for. There's a lot of benefits to having instruction for a small group, and then having those people who are learning first to branch out and scaffold and duplicate what they've learned. There's camaraderie. That's one of the benefits of small group, or I should say peer-led groups. There's confidence building. If we're comfortable with people, we often feel more inclined to share and more inclined to be leaders ourselves. There's a whole bunch of different things that go into, shared understanding. Maybe you don't understand something from a large group of people, but you feel comfortable reaching out to those leaders, if you want to call them, or the people who have been in the forefront of moving into this movement. You feel comfortable with them. So pick someone that you respect, pick someone that you know is professional, that's going to be helpful, that is going to be a service leader, someone who is selfless, who is a dreamer, and who's inspiring. You know, I mentioned before that I created my acronym BIRD because I love birds, and I want to be bold. I want to be inspired and inspiring. I want to be ready for the my destiny, my divine destiny. So I hope that you realize that no matter when you come into this big educational platform, that you have a position of power, no matter whether you were chosen to be in the initial phase or whether you are choosing to join someone who was in the initial phase. You are in a position of power. And then this is all created by Ash with purpose, with the big picture in mind, just like we do in the classroom when we're grouping people for instruction. Hopefully this is encouraging, and I want to wish you to have a blessed day, and I'm excited to move along in this journey.